So, good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much. We will start this session and sincerely I welcome you all for this international research methodology workshop on publication as well as proposal writing. And this session will be starting 2 hours. Earlier we talked about your notification for 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. In a forest that we have doesn't have a proper network. So we thought of having session before the college closes. So that is the only thing we have preponed the event by 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Okay, and this is my great prestige and privilege to deliver the lecture on the given topic that is called as how to deal with the publication and how to deal with the major concepts of proposal writing. So without any delay, let me directly go to the session. Meanwhile, every half an hour once I will stop for a discussion and then we will go for the next topic accordingly. Okay. Meanwhile, if you're not able to understand that concept, or if you feel that I was quite running, definitely inform me so that I can slow down and I can rectify all your queries and then we can move to the next level. This is for your kind information. Okay. I have logged in two devices. If my voice is echoing, also please let me know so that we'll do the tool accordingly. Technical team is working behind the carpet. Sincerely, I have to thank the authorities from Thiruviyam College, Department of English, and all the authorities who are invited me as a resource person to talk on the particular topic of certain publication. At outset, I have to thank all my team members who was actively participating both online as well as offline and making this event as a great event. So today we are going to talk about what do you mean by publication. Before let me jump into publication. Today morning in the offline session, one of the participants asked me a beautiful question. Sir, you are talking about journal. You're talking about publication. But what is the use of that when it's there? What is the use of that? Why you are insisting so much on journals as well as publications? So this question made us to think a lot. Of course, we are all research scholars, we are all faculty members, there are students are there. Why faculty members are pressuring the students to go for publication? Why we, being the PhD scholar, we are forced to do the publication? Why being a faculty and why we are forced to do the term called publication? Okay? This is a major thing. The first and foremost concept of publication is recognition of your research work. Dear participants, I won't give my PPT. If you want to take notes, write as much as possible because it is completely based on my intellectual. So please requesting you to take notes if you want to take notes. Thank you. Fine. So now you might ask me questions that what do you mean by research? Everybody knows that what do you mean by research and why we are doing research, what are the functions of research, and what are the steps in research. Everyone knows that. So I am not going to touch any aspect of research. Okay. So, but anyway, as a scholar, as a student, as a faculty members, we should know the basic components of research. So I love to go with the dictionary of Webster's Quality Dictionary, and they have talked about something. The research doesn't deal, it deals with an inquiry or examination which is completely aimed at discovering and interpreting facts, devising accepted theories, laws in light of newly discovered facts. This is what called as the research main, according to the Webster's Ecology Dictionary. Okay? The basic components. When we talk about etymological meaning, the overall components, the overall meaning of research methodology is research is it is about to talk something about familiar to the unfamiliar. Okay. So please underline the word called familiar to the unfamiliar. So being the researcher, you are going to highlight a problem, you are going to highlight the issue to the mainstream so that what was that? Your research may be called as familiar to the unfamiliar part. Okay. And now let me go to the another content called yes. Let me talk with about the main concept of publication. So, what do you mean by publication? What are things to be done? And then, if time permits, definitely I will be taking you to the hands-on session also with the time permit level. Okay, based on your cooperation only, I can also give the class as much as active as possible because today morning fully 5 hours we have taken the class for the online session and I have to convert all the 5 hours into 2 hours so that everybody will be understanding the basic components of research paper and publication one. So number one is choosing a problem title. So everyone nowadays know when the people start doing research, everybody will be starting running the race. I know you people are good in running. I know you people are good in what was it diving. I know you people are good in what was it athlete. But the major problem of a researcher, the major problem of what the author is choosing the title. When I was doing my PhD, my guide asked me to wait for 6 months to what was that to confirm the topic. Meanwhile, others of my colleagues they have started doing the work, and they are in the pipeline of what was that they started doing the work. On that time, I literally got angry with my guide. "Hey, what is this? Why my guide is doing like this?" Okay, and after the seventh month, they were coming to the university department and they told us, "Sir, we are not able to complete the topic on time, so we are going to change the time." So again, they have to pay 12,000 rupees for topic change, and again they have to do the topic from the scratch. Okay. Yes. So as a researcher, dear students, dear participants, dear faculty members, my dear research scholars, kindly understand the basic thing that you are able to complete your research based on the particular problem. Are you able to get all the relevant information for your data? Are you able to get all the literature reviews? Because I'll be talking about you very detailed in the manner in the process of literature review. So as a researcher, you should think twice, not twice. You have to think thrice, not thrice. You have to think a lot of time once you are choosing a title. Okay. I know. I will tell you one more example. Bunches of girls they talk of taking alcoholism as a major social issue. While going for data collection, they are not able to complete successfully data collection. Why? Because whenever they are going to ask for alcoholism, the people are not in a stable mind to answer all your queries. Okay. So requesting you. Wait a minute, there's a technical issue. So yes, now, so as a researcher, first of all, the major concept is choosing the title very carefully. And the second important thing is abstract with keywords. Abstract with keywords. And the third important topic is introduction, followed by the literature review, followed by the research methodological part and data interpretation. Findings and suggestions. Conclusion one. Last but not least, that is called as a plagiarism. Okay. Yes. Now let me start with the abstract.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
Voice is not coming properly.
The first thing is about abstract. Yes. So, hope I'm audible now. Am I audible now? Yes. Yeah. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Now you are audible.
So the first thing is about called as abstract with the keywords. So many of us find it quite difficult Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Many of us find it quite difficult while writing the abstracts. So, dear faculty members, dear students, and dear participants, let me tell you one thing very clearly. Abstract is nothing but it is about the core content. It is like a trailer. It is like a trailer. Best example, let me tell you. Once before we used to before going to the movie, we used to check the trailer first, right? Okay, is it okay for me to go to this movie? Will it be worth for the money? I'm able to enjoy with this movie. Okay, well, while seeing the what was that trailer only, you will fix your mind. Okay, you will fix your mind either can I go to this movie or not? Okay, because movies deals with the various. There are several sections of movies are there. Horror movies will be there. Comedy movies will be there. Love movies will be there. Family movies will be there. Right. So based on the what was that trailer only, you will fix your mind. Should I go to this movie or not? Similarly, in this research progress, in the research, in the process of in the pathways of publication, by seeing your abstract itself, they will come to know, the chief editor will come to know that they are interested in your paper or not. That is why in many journals, they never ask you to send a full paper, but instead of that, they ask you to send abstract first. So this is mandatory. Please note the point. As a researcher, you have to kindly focus more attention on abstract. So requesting you all kindly to attention. Definitely, this session will be more useful for you to how to frame abstract first. I won't tell you that you will be learning everything, but I can give you some surety that you will learn something with this class, because within 2 hours we are not able to complete all the class since research methodology is a big, it's like an ocean. But anyway, let me try to complete everything as much as possible. This will be also useful for you to learn the basic components of application. Yes. So everyone knows that abstract is nothing but it is like a trailer introduction of what was the main content. As a researcher, we have to throw more light in what was it on what is the topic is about and how to write the topic and what the topic is focusing on. This is what called as abstract mean. Today, I will teach you how to write the valid abstract. And with this knowledge, you will be in the hereafter. I'm sure that you will be able to write the abstract in such a way that your paper is not getting rejected because of what was that? This abstract issue. Okay. And many people know they will say, my paper I published the paper in UGC, I got published in Scopus, I got published in Web of Science, I got published in ABC Journal. No problem. Why? Because no, they used to follow all the protocols. They used to follow all the protocols. It is not because of your paper is good, my paper is not good. Your paper based on primary data and my study based on secondary data. Not like that. Your paper focus on more findings and my paper focus doesn't have that kind of an issue. No, protocols. The basic components of publication is protocols. I will repeat the word again. The basic components of publication is protocols. So as a researcher, what was that? As a faculty member, as a publisher, what was they will be expecting more to follow the protocols. That is why I'm telling you from the beginning onwards, abstract is mandatory. Okay. So today, I will be teaching you on how to write an abstract. How to write an abstract given by the concerned journals. Okay. Today we will see in step by step one process. Meanwhile, if you are taking notes, requesting you to take notes so that it will be easy for you when once you are going for the hands-on session. Okay. Yes. Hope the screen is visible now. There's a technical issue. Actually, we are in Theni. One of the we are sitting in the also dense of the forest area. But anyway, that may be technical issue. But if my screen is not visible, definitely I will go out, log out, and I will log in. So simultaneously, I will log in with the two devices. Okay, fine. So now let me teach you how to write the abstract. Okay, first thing, the first and foremost thing is called as what was that? What are the things you are supposed to do? Before that, the valid abstract should be, kindly note the point, abstract should be in the past tense. Abstract should be in the past tense. So, as a researcher, but kindly note that it should be such has been done by you. Already the paper has been done by you. Okay, based on the once the paper done only, after completing the full paper only, you are writing the core content of the research. So this is the main content is it is completely completely based on how we are going to write the abstract. Okay, so the valid abstract deals with the past tense and don't include any kind of present tense there. And the abstract should not exceed more than 250 words to 300 words. The abstract, it is not supposed to exceed more than 200 words to 300 words. The third valid point, keywords. So it is mandatory to add keywords for your research. That means, for example, let me take one of participant from one of the audience from my participant. Let me take Dr. Shanti ma'am. Dr. Shanti is doing the research. She has done the research on child labor. Okay, and she has given the what was that abstract. So in that abstract, what she is supposed to do? In that abstract, she was supposed to highlight what is the keyword, in the sense the word which she is going to repeatedly focus on the research. That is what called as keywords mean. Sir, is it necessary to add keywords? That is mandatory. That's what I'm telling you again. It is mandatory. It is not necessary. It is more than that. So already now, whenever we used to, because I'm in this field for 7 years, I am the earlier I was worked as a chief editor for UGC Kerala State Journal for the special issue, and then I was worked as an editorial for a UGC Kerala State Journal, and then I was worked as a secretary in the UGC Kerala State Journal, and then I have been promoted as a reviewer in the Scopus Journal, and then I have been started my career as a editorial board member in Scopus Journal, and then I have been started my career as a star reviewer for Web of Science Journal and ABCD journals. So by seeing the abstract itself, I will fix my mind, should I move on with the paper or not? Okay. So if your abstract is not clear, definitely you are in the pipeline of rejection. Number two, if there is no keywords, definitely again you are in the pathway of rejection. So abstract with keywords is really mandatory. Please don't forget that. And number two, number fourth point. Don't write abstracts in paragraph wise. Abstract has to be in the single paragraph. I will repeat. Abstract has to be in the single paragraph because we have this even this posted by Tamil Nadu. Let me speak two things in Tamil. தயவு செய்து எக்காரணத்தை கொண்டும் நீங்கள் அப்டிராக்டை பேராகிராஃபா எழுதாதபடிக்கு எச்சரிக்கையா இருங்கள். Because no abstract has to be the single paragraph. At a stretch, ஒரே பேராகிராஃப்ல நீங்க எல்லாம் எழுதி முடித்தால் மாத்திரமே that is what called as a proper abstract mean. Okay. Now you might ask the question, Bennett sir, you told me that abstract has to be 200 words to 300 words. Okay, sir, you are telling me, you are telling us to write the abstract for what was that? You are asking us to write the abstract for keywords. So how it is possible for us, sir? Can you teach us? Yes, that is the main motivation of this international workshop. We will teach you very clearly regarding how to write the abstract, and then we can go with the next topic. Because you people are good in everything. Now AI will do everything, but AI won't give you proper valid outputs, right? And if you are thinking that if you are too smart, we people are there, we are really too smart. Okay, so don't think that I know many things about AI. AI will do everything. With AI I can do the research. Yes, we can do research, but you can get the answer properly. And we knows that we know the standard of writing in Indian people. By the way, okay, by the way itself, we will come to know either this content has been taken by the researcher or it is a AI work. So kindly ensure that you are not doing this at any point of time. This will definitely ruin your reputation. Okay. Yes. So now the first point, the first and foremost point is about what do you mean about motivation or statement of problem? Sir, முதல் லைன்ல என்ன சார் எழுதணும்? The first line, you are supposed to write why do you care about the particular problem, okay? And what are the practical or theoretical scientific gap in your research filling, okay? And what kind of methods you have adapted? What kind of methods? Garimara, that's a technical issue from this side. So we are sitting the place that we are able to get only 3G as well as 4G. So here 5G is not there. That is why sometimes due to network issue, sometimes my PPT may not be visible. But anyway, once it is done, definitely again I will be sharing the screen for your what was the kind information. Okay. So in the first line, you are supposed to write why do we care about the problem and what are the practical or theoretical scientific gap in this, okay? And then you got to write as a researcher, and again, and how come you are going to what are the methods you have adapted? The another important thing is what are the methods you have adapted? What is your major result? What is your major? Don't write all the results there, but you can focus on main result. See, for example, in the trailer. For example, if it is a horror movie, if it's a fight movie, there will be fight scenes for more than 10 times or 12 times. But in the trailer, they won't show all the fight scenes. They will be showing the fight scenes which is completely make you to sit to the corner of the bench. Okay. Similarly, as a researcher, you can highlight what is your major research and what kind of framework you have adapted and what kind of methodology was adapted. This is for number second point. Okay. And the third point is about what is the major research that you have done based on this research. And the fourth important point is called as conclusions and implications. So based on my study, what I came to the conclusion or what kind of implications I was, what was that focusing on, right? What is my study focused on and what kind of findings I was completely deal with, that also you have to focus on, right? Earlier I was worked for Nirmala Niketan, one of the pioneer and reputed institution in Maharashtra, College of Social Work, Nirmala Niketan. Okay, there, recently government of Maharashtra taken one of the suggestions for women development. Right? How come it happened? It is because of a valid research. Okay, so I won't think that all your suggestions will be noted by the government. No, but somehow, when the research is really so good, when your interventions or implications or your findings are definitely reaching the heights, ultimately your paper also will be considered as your suggestions also will be considered for a policy making. And we are very happy to say that few of our what was that suggestions has been taken care of by the main people, what was the government of Maharashtra as a progress of women development. Okay, so if you're able to write one line, 2 line, 3 lines, almost if you count now, finally you will be having 200 words to 250 words. As I told you previously, you are supposed to write abstract only for in the past tense. Don't forget that, please. Don't forget that, because I used to reject many papers by seeing the abstract itself. Okay, it is not an Indian scenario problem alone. I have reviewed papers from China. I have rejected papers from US, Canada. Recently, I have rejected one paper from Japan. Okay, so as said in the review part, the main work of a reviewer is not to accept your paper. The work assigned to me is to reject the paper with valid reasons. So as a reviewer, not only myself, all the legends is field who are seriously reviewing the part, they will definitely go for fault to finding investigation. So wherever the fault you have done, definitely they will be make note of it. Once the fault finding investigation done, once it is crossing 1% or 2% or 3% or more than 5%, definitely your paper also may be rejected. Your paper may be rejected because of crossing the limitations and expectations of the particular journal. Okay, in this field, definitely we will be able to write the abstract. But many of us know we people good in AI, so just we will put the topic, we will write the abstract, and we will write the keywords, and finally we will come to know this concept taken from AI. We won't go further. A good reviewer never ever interested or encourage the authors to do the research with artificial intelligence. Okay, For any kind of clues or guidance, you can make use of that. But I will never suggest you to do everything under AI because it never ever made you to think. Right? Research always deals with rethinking again and again, researching again and again to get new knowledge as well as verifying the old fact. The etymological meaning of research is study about new thing. It may be interventions or innovations, and also it is not about fact-finding investigation. Sometimes it may be fault-finding investigation. Sometimes also it may be a fact-finding investigation, but deals with positive as well as negative aspect. Okay. So now the next important thing is called as keywords. Everybody will write abstract. Finally, many of us will find literally quite difficult on writing the what was that keywords. Keywords, dear faculty members, it is nothing but don't get scared by keywords. Some people you might think, sir, why you are disappointing us by your way of speaking. See, my role is not to disappoint you. What was that? These are the problems. But is not able to repeat your journals. Okay, so that is the only thing we are approaching various agents to publish your paper. So they are collecting huge amount of money, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. And finally, it won't get indexed means again there's a problem. That is why we are aware of that. So that also you may not be able to get this completely shows our ignorance. I will use this term called educated because no, we know everything. But I think in a short span of time, like so it would be possible, dear participants, because it will take at least, if it's a UGC listed journal, it will take at least 3 months to 6 months to complete the protocol. It will take at least 3 months to 6 months to complete the protocol. Okay. If it is a Scopus journal, it will take 6 months to 1 year. If you are publishing your paper for Scopus, it will take at least 6 months to 1 year to complete the protocol. Why? Because various processes are involved while doing publication in UGC listed journal as well as Scopus journal. Okay. Now UGC has cancelled. We are not going. We are not taking care of any kind of publication. So now everybody started doing the publication in Scopus as well as Web of Science journals. Okay. Now there is another scam going on in the name of what was that publishing in Scopus as well as Web of Science. So don't get deluded by these kind of fake people. So I will teach you how to approach these kind of journals, and I will teach you how to go with the publication so that you will be able to understand the main protocols to be followed by you while you are going for the publication. Now let me teach you the content called keywords. Keywords is nothing but if my study is based on, so then I have to focus on child labor, problems faced by child labor, what are the causes of child labor, and what is the expectations of from the what was that government, and what are the recommendations from the government, and what are the suggestions. Each and everything you have to focus on this. Keeping child labor as your topic, don't give keywords for women empowerment. Okay, recently, before yesterday, I have rejected one abstract. In this abstract, after completing abstract, I was searching for keywords. The concerned author, instead of writing keywords, he has written references. That's the first time I'm seeing that the paper has, the abstract has the references. I can't reveal, what was that, reveal the name, reveal who is a particular author. But anyway, I'm telling you, this kind of things may happen to you people also, because if people are completely educated, but this kind of protocols you're not able to follow, as a result, your paper also may be in the pipeline of rejection. Okay. So if your paper is on child labor, kindly completely focus the keywords on child labor and what kind of, what was that thing you are going to focus on your particular research, and what kind of terminologies you are going to use in your research, and that word has to become as a keyword.
Okay, let me again take you to the main content called movie. So in the trailer, no, they will be putting near the movie's name. They used to put A or U by F. These are called as keywords. By seeing this only, our family will decide should we go to this movie family level, or this is an adult movie, or this is only for lovers, or this is only for families. So those are called as keywords. So keywords are very mandatory to ensure that your research deals with this, and you are going to highlight most of the particular what was that concept of your research based on this purpose. Okay. Now let me take you next slide so that you will understand. Fine. Now, let me take you little deeper. I'm taking earlier I have given you a small orientation about how to write an abstract. Now let me take you little deeper so that you will be able to know what was the main content of this abstract. First thing, identify the major objectives and conclusions. Second important thing, identify the major results from the discussions or the research sections. Third important thing, assemble all the above information into a single paragraph. Single paragraph. I will repeat the word again. It has to be in the single paragraph. This is what I'm telling you from the beginning onwards. Beginning of some talking, right? Yesterday we have received one more abstract that has 4 paragraphs. 4 paragraphs, no keywords. Instead of writing keywords, the concerned author given references. Okay, sometimes we human, we completely designed to make mistakes. But if the mistake is tolerable, means definitely we will be accepted. Those kind of mistakes are really intolerable, and that is completely not fair. Okay. And the fourth important point is omit background information, a literature review, detailed description of methods. Background information can be added in the introduction part, or it can be added in the methodological justification. Literature review is, even though literature review is considered as the heart of thesis, but that literature review doesn't, it is not going to give any kind of vital information in the abstract part, because there's a separate chapter has to be added for the literature review. One line it's not able to, may not able to play valid points in the literature review process. Okay. And the fifth important point is remove extra words and phrases. Right, we used to give more attention for a full paper. That much attention we have to give for while we are writing the abstract. Please write the word, remove extra words and phrases. Okay. Revise the paragraph so that the abstract conveys only the essential information. Take your own time. Take your own time to complete the abstract so that you may have enough time to revise the paragraph, because abstract is not a full book. It is like just only 5 to 10 lines. Okay, maximum it's not supposed to exceed more than 250 words to 300 words. Okay, so if you are able to have at least 5 to 10 minutes, definitely you will be able to find the error. If there is any error, you can change, and if you are feeling that this line is not suitable, you can change that line and you can add the valid points. And also, and kindly ensure that your abstract conveys only essential information. If you feel that, sir, in the line போடுறது எனக்கு ரொம்ப essential தெரியுது sir, fine, no problem. Okay. If you feel that, sir, I personally feel that sir, this line has to be added, sir, no problem. Okay. So if you don't feel that this, okay, chalega, no problem. I can add this information in the methodological part. I can add this information in the introduction part. I can add this information in the data interpretation part. That's most welcome. No problem. Okay. But kindly convey only the essential information. Okay. And the final important thing is kindly check the guidelines of the targeted journal. Please requesting you to check very clearly about the guidelines of the targeted journal. UGC listed journal 250 words to 300 words. If it is Scopus, some Scopus journal, they may ask you to write up to 250 words to 350 words. Sometimes it may go up to 400 words. To avoid this kind of confusions, it is better, I will suggest you, dear participants, to, what was that? To check the protocols or to check the guidelines of the particular journal so that you are aware of have to mail all the, okay, yes. And now again, ask the, let me wait for the people, or let me move to the introduction part. Okay, any questions? Shall we move to the next slide? Okay. Am I audible now? Can I get it? Yes from the audience? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Fine. So since there is no more questions, let me go to the next topic. Okay. So don't forget the basic components of abstract. This is which is completely mandatory. So kindly follow the protocols abstract with the keywords. Okay. And now let me take you to the another important concept called introduction. Introduction. So introduction is nothing but it is about introducing someone. Okay, don't think of too much. People will say it is very difficult. So I won't do this. The people who are saying that I won't do this, definitely they will be completing the protocol. So don't get yielded by others. Just give a try. Requesting you to please just give a try. Okay. It's a simple task. It is about you have to sit and learn sometime, and then you will be able to know everything in the progress of research as well as publications. Okay. Now let me take you how to write the introduction part. Yes. The first point is about introduction. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Shanti, ma'am. Yes. So introduction is nothing but it is about I am going to introduce the topic deeply. I'm going to introduce the topic very deeply. There is plenty of differences between introduction as well as definition. Okay. So in the introduction part itself, you have to define very clearly. The second important thing is introduce your topic. And the third important thing is define the concepts with theoretical perspectives. What do you mean by theoretical framework, sir? Being in this field of research, without theory, there is no research. Please write it down. Without theory, there is no research. Because research starts from structural to the functional unit. Research starts from structural to the functional unit. That is what called as research mean. I should know this is a structure. Right? Someone is telling that Shanti ma'am is a good person. For example, I should know who is Shanti. Okay, either Shanti is a girl or a boy or some other gender. I have to come to know how I will come to know by the structure. Okay, Shanti is a name. She's a girl. Okay, and then I have to start my research knowledge there. Either she is a good or a bad. In the research, we can't say that morning Shanti ma'am is good in the office hours, but when she is in the house, she is bad. We can't say that. And that is not a research. That is not a research. If it is good, what makes her good? If it is bad, what are the factors behind that because of that Shanti ma'am is becoming bad? It is completely a fact-finding investigation. Please don't forget that it is completely a fact-finding investigation. So how can we do that? It comes with theoretical students, their participants, and my dear faculty members, dear budding scholars. Please note it down. The theoretical frameworks are very essential. Really good at the paper based on gerontological studies. It was from medical sociology, and I was checking for the introduction is perfect, and the what was that the scales, tools, and they have taken a permission from what was that research ethics committee also. It's a beautiful study. It is a beautiful study. And while I was checking for the what was that theoretical perspectives and the thematic definitions, nothing was there. and he has given the brief introduction about the particular topic, but the author failed to give what was that? The theoretical frameworks as well as the thematic definitions for the topic. So the chief editor mailed me again. If the author is able to incorporate all the things, would it be possible to publish? I said, if the author is able to incorporate all the suggestions given by me, definitely this paper is under the pipeline of publication. After 1 month back, the author came back with a proper definition and thematic, what was the thematic introduction, and then we have given my approval for publication. So kindly note that, dear students, dear participants, this is very, very important thing. Without structure, there is no function. There is no function. Similarly, without research, without what was the theoretical perspectives, you can't frame, you can't come to any kind of conclusions, and you can't give your own view as a generalized suggestions as well as findings, because research deals with in-depth knowledge. You are going to, and what was that, give new knowledge, or you are going to topic. That is what called as research mean. So if you are not strong in these theoretical perspectives, definitely I definitely tell you that you may not be able to complete the research in a systematic way. Okay, definitely this has to be noted from your point. And the fourth important thing is any major classifications and vital statistics. Sir, what do you mean by this, Bennett sir? I was not able to understand this concept. Simple thing. Again, I will tell you the simple thing. If you are doing the research on what was that, child labor, or if you are doing research on dowry death, or if you are doing the research on what was that, uh, what was that, bonded labor, or if you're doing the research on infant female suicide, or if you do the research, if you are doing the research on medical sociology, or if you're doing the research on gerontology, there will be major classification. So this will give you, why we have to add this, sir? This will give you the reader
Yes. So am I audible now? Sorry, there's a technical issue. I'm experiencing a heavy technical issue here. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yeah, fine. We will start the class now. Yes. So now everybody knows that what was that? Really sorry, sincerely asking sincere apologies for this network issues. Really, I'm not getting proper network. That is the only thing I was not able to continue the class. But anyway, if there is any problem again, let me log out and log in to the class. Definitely, we will have a proper learning today. If you people are really interested to learn, I'm ready to teach for more than 2 hours also fine for me. But the content is you have to learn something. Fine. So any major classifications and better statistics. So what is this? If I'm doing a research on any particular topic, if you feel that, sir, if I add any kind of major classifications or any kind of world reports, would it be add any value to my research paper? I will say yes. I will say yes. Definitely, it will add more value for your research paper. This is really true. Definitely,
Will
your
be
paper
added.
will be added.
And definitely
And
paper will be in the
definitely paper will be in the
pipeline.
pipeline.
You have to impress the reviewer as well as the chief editor that you are doing the research in an explain. What was it? That we used to say one English word called out of the world. So that's such a way you have to do. Then second important thing is literature review. This is my favorite subject where I used to learn many things. I really became a good researcher based on this topic. Okay, so literature review, dear students and my dear faculty members, it is a heart of thesis. It is not like an art of thesis. It is a heart of thesis. So the literature review will sail through literature review, followed by methodology, followed by data analysis, followed by data interpretation, followed by findings, followed by suggestions, and you can take up to conclusions. So literature review plays very vital role. It is like doctor treating a patient, doctor doing an operation for a heart patient. It's not like operation success, patient death. No, it is like operation success for 5 days and after 5 days patient death. No, it is like operation also success and ensuring that the patient also success. That is what called as literature review mean. Okay, இது வந்து ரொம்ப கவனமா நம்ம பண்ண வேண்டிய விஷயம். ஏதோ தானோன்னு பண்ணோம்னா கண்டிப்பா நம்ம ரொம்ப லிட்ரேச்சர் ரிவ்யூல நம்ம வந்து we are not able to complete in a such a way. Your research paper also won't have a whole structure. So right, so literature review shows how much you have given importance for your research. லிட்ரேச்சர் ரிவ்யூ சொல்லும் நீங்க எந்த அளவுக்கு நீங்க ஆய்வுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க, நீங்க எந்த அளவுக்கு சீரியஸா நீங்க வந்து நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்கீங்கன்னு சொல்லும். ஓகே, ரீசென்ட்லி one of my faculty in Tata Institute got a highly recommended thesis by the international evaluator. He told only one thing: I was completely satisfied with the literature review. So we are really happy to see, because the concerned faculty put that much effort for literature review. Okay. And earlier, nowadays, we people are completely expert in AI. But earlier, there was no AI. We have to go, we have to search. I am from Annamalai University. I used to go to Tata Institute or Mumbai University for collecting all the informations relevant to my studies. Okay. So, first of all, many people know, many people doesn't know the protocols. Okay. I won't say don't know. Many people are not able to follow. Sometimes they may find quite difficult in writing, because in Indian scenario, we are still lagging in the writing skills. Okay. For example, we will say that today the day is very hot. Okay. But in the American scenario, they will say in different aspect, today the sun is so hot and I feel like this. I was feeling happy, I was feeling sad, I was feeling tensed. So they used to add many words accordingly. So it will give the beautification of words, which it will give the readers as well as the listeners to read further. And that is what called as the art of writing. Here, the literature review, as a researcher, kindly throw more attention on this. And this is very, very mandatory, because it will help you not only for the research paper alone, It will going to definitely help you for your dissertation. It is going to help you for your postdoctoral fellow work. Definitely, it is going to help you while drafting a research proposal. It will help you for a lot of things. So, as a researcher, kindly focus much on the literature review process. The first thing is about defining your research scope. What do you mean by research scope, Vinay sir? Why should I give my scope here itself? Yes, dear participants, we have to define your research scope very clearly in the methodological part itself, so that you will come to, you can easily, what was that, segregate, or you can easily categorize the thematic way. Recently, actually, my PhD was scheduled on coming Monday. The foreign evaluator give only one thing. The researcher given clear-cut information regarding the literature review, but he has to convert everything into a thematic. The reader, as well as the reviewer, as well as the chief editor will come to know how much you have the deep knowledge of the particular topic and how much you are interested to explore more about the particular topic. Okay. It is not about writing, it is about crafting the literature review. It is about crafting the literature review. So definitely study materials won't be shared on WhatsApp group. If you want, you can write, sir. Meanwhile, we will be sending you the YouTube link so that you can have for your further study purpose also, sir. Thank you so much, Mallikarjun Methi. Yes, we will start the class. And the second important thing is identifying the literature. Now we will ask, sir, what is this point, Bennett, sir? I was not able to understand the concepts. So identifying the literature is nothing but you have to identify from where you are going to collect all those informations. Okay, now we have various sources. But I strongly recommend you, I strongly suggest you to go to get all the relevant information from Google's Scholar itself. If you are good enough in searching everything, definitely you will be able to collect all those information in Google Scholar as much as possible. Okay. And the third important thing is start by searching broadly. It is not like that we are going to the biryani shop and eating biryani immediately. No. Literature review is preparing the biryani and then eating. Okay. So you have to, for making the biryani, you have to add many things. You have to add many things, flavors, masalas, rice. That also originally India get basmati rice, followed by ghee, followed by water, and everything has to be done. And then you have to you have to add various things. Okay. So as what happened, no? If something missing, the entire taste go away. If something missing, if it is vegetarian or non-vegetarian, it could be no problem. But if something was not opted, if something was out of the control, definitely it won't be tasty. Similarly, in the research process also, while you are doing the literature review, you have to search in a broad way and don't expect that everything has to come immediately. Impossible. Impossible. Literature review will take more time. If you're doing seriously research process, definitely you will find quite difficult, first of all, and then you'll be finding quite difficult to write. And once, how come you're able to write everything? Once you start reading. So whenever you download any content for your research purpose, please take printout. If you're not able to take printout, please write it down. Please write it down. Whenever I used to take class for foreign students, because I used to take class for Canadian students as well as UK students in the research methodology, they used to write notes. They used to write. They used to switch on the video. They used to write. They asked me to wait for some time. Then they used to write. So this shows that they are not going to forget any main concept of the research. Okay. So please start searching broadly. And the fourth important thing is, while after collecting the data, after downloading the main paper, now the another thing is called as you are supposed to critically analyze the literature. Sir, what is this, Bennett said? I'm again confused. It is not again to get confused, dear participants. It is you people are good enough in analyzing everything, right? You people are good enough in analyzing everything, right? Yes. Apply some critical, what was that? What was that? Some critical thinking on the analyze the literature. What Bennett sir has done, what I am going to do, and how far my research is going to get deviated or differentiated from Bennett sir research. What Bennett sir has done, what Dr. Malini ma'am has done, okay? What Dr. What was that Swati ma'am has done, what Fatima ma'am has done, and how far my research is going to get deviated from Fatima ma'am's research, and what was her findings, and what will be my findings, okay? And everything that we'll come to know about everything while you are reading the others' work, and while you are writing, no, you will come to know how you are going to categorize your resources. Thematic way, you have to categorize. Okay. Just now I told you very clearly how to go with the thematic way. So don't worry about it. We are already we have done with the objectives. Based on that, you can easily categorize your resources accordingly. And then, the major concept is write, not review, write your review. Best example, we both are going to see, we both are, myself along with one more faculty, we both are, for example, we are telling, 10 people are going to see Pushpa 2 movie. Okay. And the editor is asking you to write the review. I will be writing a review called The Dance is Good. Okay. And ma'am will be writing the review called The Fight Scene is Good. Okay. And Swati ma'am will write, sir, the comedy is good. Okay. And what was that? Swati ji, again, the Mallikarjun ma'am, right? Mallikarjun sir or ma'am, they will write, sir, the climax is good. Movie is one. Movie is only one. But the people who are looking to the movie, the aspect, what was the expectations, everything will get different. Similarly, in writing literature review also, if it is the same paper, if you are writing the paper for the literature review, kindly write your review. What you go understand from my paper. My domain comes under transgenderism as well as commercial sex workers. And I have, so we are completely this field for 7 years. Okay. So if someone is doing the research on transgenderism, okay, if someone is taking my, what was that, reading my article or a book publication. So kindly enlarge the concept. What was Bennett's finding? What was Bennett's theme? And what is my literature review, and how what was Bennett sir focused, and how I am going to focus. Either Bennett sir research and my research both are same or different. Okay, with the same or alag. Okay, so as a researcher, you have to fix your mind. See, if it is a maths class, I can teach you. If it's science class, I can teach you. But if it is research, as a researcher, you have to take the decision. Nobody is going to force you, or nobody is going to push you or pull you in the process of research, because being the researcher, you have to come to the final conclusion. So requesting you all to write your own literature review. Requesting you all to write your own literature review. You write your own review, no problem. Sir, I was not that much good in English. No problem, right? Right. Definitely you will reach one day proper height. Don't worry. But without doing any kind of practice, definitely I may not able to give you the surety that your paper also will be considered publication. Now, wherever you go, you can see, come for publication. We need authors for publication. We are doing publication. Send us 10,000 immediately. Send us 20,000 immediately. Only one slot left. How come they can go for authors for publication? It is again a scam. It is again a scam, right? So, like today morning, the international resource person spoke very clearly. When it said, one scopus is enough, sir, it is more than enough for 1,000 book publication. One scopus is more than enough. Recently, he has published in Q1 journal, and I have sent my paper for Q2 journal, and it was in the pipeline of publication. So we fixed my mind. One publication is enough than more than 1,000 predatory journals or fake journals. So kindly requesting you to focus on literature review, because the literature review will come till the last. I will teach you how it is coming and how it is directly or indirectly connected to your research paper. Okay. The last line is write your review. Now you will ask, sir, as like abstract, is there any restrictions, sir? Is there any wording restrictions? There is no restrictions for wording, but I request you to not to exceed more than 8 to 9 lines. If you want to focus more, sir, you don't know Bennett, sir, I have learned many things. I know better than you, Bennett, sir. No problem. Don't go more than 10 lines. Because no, adding points, people will think if I add more points, it will give value. No. A good dancer must know when to leave the stage. That is the role of a good dancer. The role of good dancer is not dancing till from morning to evening. No. So as in this field of research also, dear faculty members, my dear participants, kindly ensure that it is happened in a proper way. Okay. And this is what called as literature review mean. That is not about writing literature. It is crafting literature. You have to craft. செதுக்கணும்னு சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல பொறுமையா உட்கார்ந்து செதுக்குனா it will definitely going to help you in every aspect. Now let me teach. Now let me go to the next slide. Okay. Yes. Methodology. Methodology is nothing but justification. Simple task. ஒரே வார்த்தையில அடிச்சு முடிக்கணும்னா justification. Okay. So apart from sociology teacher, I am a senior counselor, right? I'm a breakup coach as well as senior counselor. And what was that? We used to give counseling for the family level also. Yes. So we used to ask, while people coming for a breakup, we used to ask, why you go selected him? Then they will justify that. Sir, when I was what a spinster, he only approached me, sir. He said this, I got fell in love with him. So they used to justify. They used to justify whatever they while applying for a divorce, they will say, sir, on the day he told like this, on the day she told like this, on the day her mother talked to me like this, on the day her siblings talked to me like this. So justifying either it is good or bad, they are fixed in their mind, so they're justifying it. Similarly, dear participants, in this process of research, methodology deals with the justification. Why I have taken this, number one. Okay. And what are the research objectives I'm going to focus on? Okay. And as a researcher, you have to deeply describe the methodological part. After describing your research methodological part, dear participants, you have to justify the methodological part. You have to justify your methodological part. And the fourth important thing is describe what kind of methods that you have taken for your data collection. That is in tools of data collection. Okay. What kind of things you have taken? Either you have taken with the interview schedule, or you have taken with the questionnaire, or you have taken with the group discussion, or you have taken with the focus group discussion, or you have done with the case study, or you have done with the observation method. Whatever things you have done, please describe very clearly in the methodological part. Once I am satisfied with the literature review, definitely I'm not going to check back again with introduction part, because I know that introduction is introducing the concept that anybody will do. The next important main bridge is methodology bridge. So all the people, either if it's for a UG or PG or PhD or whatever it may be, definitely in the IOC, everybody will ask, go to the methodological session. Why you have chosen this? Why can't 50? Why it is 60? Why can't 70? For each and everything, there is a formula is there. Okay. Best example, dear participants, let me tell you. For example, if someone is using purposive sampling, okay, let me take example from any one of the participants here. Let me take Dr. Paul Pandey, who is the overall coordinator for this international event. Paul Pandey sir is taken 50 samples through purposive sampling. Okay. He is doing the research on school dropouts, and he has taken the research and he has taken 50 samples. Now you might ask, sir, why it is 50 minutes, sir? Why can't 49? Why it is 50, sir? Why can't be 51? Okay. So for each and everything, now Paul Pandey has to justify. I have taken 5 villages. In the 5 villages, I have taken 10 people accordingly. Now we will ask the questions. Sir, why he has taken 5 villages? Okay, fine, no problem, sir. And what kind of methodology he has adapted to take 10 people in all the 5 villages? For each and everything, we have a formula. That formula name is called the Stara-Yamana formula. That formula will give you the total position, what's the total of population, and how much samples has to be drawn. If you are interested, the formula will permit you to make the sample as a whole. If not, for example, if after applying the formula, if it is the sample is coming 49 means you are permitted to put 50 as well as 51. If it is 51, you can count, you can reduce 1 for 50. If it is 49, you can add +1 for 50, or you are most welcome to move with 49 as well as 51. But dear participants, you have to justify that. நான் சும்மா பர்பஸ் சாம்பிள் யூஸ் பண்ணேன் சார், நான் அதை மட்டும் போட்டுக்கிட்டேன் சார், அப்படி போட முடியாது. We can't simply put that we have adapted purposive sampling alone. For each and everything, we have to justify. Please, requesting you, kindly learn something about these formulas. This will definitely help you to give a strong methodological base for your research. Okay. And the fifth important point is about data analysis. Now you people are literally expert, because earlier, no, what was that? Earlier people doesn't know what you mean by what was that SPSS itself. Now they have added in UG syllabus for 3rd semester. PG it is mandatory to learn SPSS, and PhD it is mandatory to have at least one SPSS course. Now people are literally expert in SPSS. Okay. And there you have to identify what is a dependent variable, what is an independent variable. Okay, and what kind of analysis you have done based on that. Okay, and we people, whatever the work you have done, just you mentioned that is more than enough. Either it is ANOVA or MANOVA or ANOCOVA, whatever it could be, no problem. Kindly mention that what kind of data analysis you have done, because from that only we will come to know how the result will be, what was that, eclipsed in your data sets. Okay, and again and again, I'm telling you, here also in this methodological part, while drafting the objectives based on the objectives only, we can describe our research methodological part, and based on the methodological part only, we can justify. Based on the justification only, we can describe what are the methods you have adapted for data collection, and after that only you can give the clear-cut information about data analysis. So there are various steps involved directly in this process of methodology. Overall, என்ன சொல்ல வரீங்க சார்? ஜஸ்டிஃபிகேஷன் பண்ணணும். எதுக்கு செஞ்சேன், என்ன பண்ணுனேன், எதுக்காக பண்ணுனேன், நான் எப்படி செஞ்சேன் அப்படின்னு. When I was a small boy in Sun TV, well in the news time, no, they used to give ஏன், எதற்கு, எப்படி, யார், எங்கே, ஏன். So that is what called as methodology mean. What it happened, why it happened, why I have taken this. Okay, and what I'm going to do with this. See, everybody knows that child labor is a major problem. Everybody knows that dowry death is a major problem. Everyone knows that child trafficking, women trafficking is a major problem. Okay, it doesn't mean that you alone knows everything. No, that a tea shop owner knows better than you and me. The tea shop owner knows better than you and me, but he doesn't know methodology. But we knows methodology. That is the only differences between a tea shop owner as well as ourselves. Dear faculty members, my dear loving students, and dear budding research scholars, right? I will tell you that don't write for the sake of writing. Please don't do that. Art of writing a research paper is a really an art. It is really an art. So please, requesting you all to follow the major protocols for methodology. The overall what was the etymological meaning of methodology concept is justification. Justify பண்ணிட்டோம்னா either it is 1,000 or 900. Recently we have done the project by Rusa. Recently we have done the project for 10 lakh rupees under WASH, and we have taken Mumbai's what was that, notified slum and denotified slum. Okay, and we have given a clear-cut definition, clear-cut justification, and what was the clear-cut thematic definition about the content of research, and why we have taken these 2 slums and why not other 2 slums, and in that why we have taken 990 participants, why can't 1,000 participants each, and everything we have given very clearly. And based on that, now all our papers are in the pipeline of Q2 publications. Okay, once the research is done, definitely we are in the process of publication. எதுக்கு சார் publications பண்ணணும் சார்? ஏன் சார் கஷ்டப்படுத்துறீங்க எங்களை? Sir, why you are struggling us like anything for the means of publication? First of all, it is a credit to you. It is a credit to you. People will read your paper. people will download your paper. Simultaneously, what was the citation will increase. It is a global approval, and you yourself will feel satisfied that you have done something for the research community. While doing research, don't think that you're doing for you alone. You are giving a startup for the entire research community. Okay, so think in your mind. Kindly have these points in your mind while writing the methodological part. Yes, findings and suggestions. Here, I haven't added anything on data analysis. Why? Because data analysis is not done by you. It is a software, right? So once you are feeding the software, ultimately it is going to give you the answers. It is not a big task. Okay, earlier, Sky Square test big, but he has done the analysis of Sky Square because when I was done this resource person Annamalai University, I know one faculty, scholar from Rwanda. He has completed the research only with Sky Square test, and everybody was praising like him. And I think, oh, super, he has done in Sky Square test, very good, very good, very good. And now, if you do Sky Square, now people will say, can't you do in ANOVA? Can't you do in Manova? Can't you do in ANOVA? Why? Because no, everything getting updated completely. We are living in the updated world. So I'm not going to talk about anything on SPSS here because it is a software. Whatever you are feeding, accordingly, you are going to get the answer. But let me talk something about data interpretation. Data interpretation means what, Bennett said? It is not writing the above table shows, the below table shows. No? The above table shows 45% are male, remaining 50% are female. This is not called as data interpretation. The above table shows 45% people are having dowry problem, and the rest of the 55 people show doesn't have problem. This is not a data interpretation. What you are given the table that you are writing down is not a data interpretation. If time comes, definitely I will be having one more session with you all people, how to write a data interpretation. It is a big topic, but anyway, let me give you the overall orientation on how to write data interpretation based on literature review. Now see, the literature review comes. That is what I'm telling. Now we may ask a question, sir, you told me that literature review will work for everything. What about research methodology, sir? Through literature review only, dear faculty members, dear participants, we will come to know the research gap. You have to write, right? Whenever you are writing what was the main concept called research gap, you have to write, no? From where you will come to know the research gap? Through the literature review. Hope you understand, right? Are you able to get my points? Can I get any symbol from the audience? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will start again. Yeah. So it is not about that, sir. I know everything, sir. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Gayatri, ma'am. So it is not about that, sir. Above table shows, below table shows, no problem. This is not a valid interpretation. Data interpretation means what the table you have given there, you have to justify each and every table and you have to write a valid reason for that. So now we may ask questions, sir, valid reason, sir, where can I write the valid reason, sir? Again, you are landing us to trouble, sir. No, I'm not landing you people to trouble. I'm directing you into right path. I know you people are experts. I know you people able to run better than me, but sometimes you may not able to where to start and where to end. That is the biggest problem of Indian writers. So taking into consideration, I'm taking few more minutes on findings and data interpretation. So data interpretation deals with it is not following the topic even in the table. The above table shows, the below table points out. They will say the above table indicates. Either it is indicates or indicate, doesn't matter. But the content is you have to deal with the literature review, and through that you have to write the explanation of the particular table. It is not about writing a problem alone. It is about if you are talking about dowry deaths. If you're writing 45% people are having problem, no problem. Yes, of course it's a problem. But if you go to the literature review, that literature review denotes various aspects. In what way did that happen? In what way the people are struggling? In how come the people are coming out and informing that they're having this kind of issues? So through literature review only you can come to know. So that is I'm giving told you previously that पहले मैं बोला था give much importance for the literature review process. Okay. Yes. So that will take you to write a beautiful what was that data interpretation. Data analysis अलग है, data interpretation अलग है. So kindly understand the basic concept of this. So hereafter, please don't write what you have written in the table. Okay. And regarding justification of hypothesis also, if you are able to, what was that, accept, or if the hypothesis is accepted or not accepted, kindly add valid points through the literature review. My review, the studies, the literature review, the study points, so and so percentage of people are having problem. And my studies also having the same problem, or my studies have different aspect of this particular problem. If you're able to write like this, definitely the reviewer as well as the chief editor definitely will move forward for another topic called findings and suggestions. Now let me ask some questions. Sir, how many findings can I write, Bennett, sir? Anybody in the chat box? How many findings can we write, ma'am? For writing a research paper, how many findings can we write? Anyone? If you say wrong, also fine for me, no problem. I will teach you. Because something is better than nothing. How many findings we can write for the research paper? 5. Thank you so much, Hajra Bonu ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, very good. Yes, finding is 4. 4 findings is enough. Maybe 3. Super. 1 finding is enough. Super. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your active participation. Dear participants, again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, only 1, 4. Yeah. So findings normally based on the objectives. Based on the objectives, we are about to produce the findings. So now, what is the connectivity between objectives and findings? When I said based on the objective only, dear participants, we will be making the questionnaire, right? The questionnaire will give you the clear-cut information that what is your findings. Okay? For example, if it is 20 findings, okay, you feel that all the 20 findings is going to make a tremendous change in your research paper, please write it down. Please write it down. Sir, I personally feel that this points is not a valid points and I'm able to omit a point. Yes, kindly focus on the major findings. Kindly focus on major findings, not 1 or 2 findings. For example, if for the research paper, 8 to 10 findings more than enough. 5 is good. 5 is really good because you will be able to control you can keep the control of your own research so that it won't go, what was that, diverted, as well as it won't be considered invalid. Okay. No, sir, you don't know about me. I have learned many things when it's said in this works of research. So I want to go more. Up to 7 is fine. Okay. Don't go beyond that. Why? Because no, again, for writing findings, again, you have to go to literature review. So previous findings talked about this kind of findings, and my findings deals with this kind of findings, so that everything will be taken care by literature review. That is what I told you in the beginning itself. Please give more importance for findings. Okay. Now, one more question to the audience. How many sentences we can write for a research paper? If there are, yes, let me come with Uma Maheshwari ma'am only. Ma'am told me that sir, we can write up to 4 findings, Bennett sir. Super, ma'am. Thank you so much. But how many suggestions we can write? Anybody? If there are 5 findings, for example, how many suggestions can we write? Can I get the answer for this? How many suggestions can we write? Yeah, Madhu Sharma ma'am, beautiful, 10. Very good, very good. Mani Meghale, 5. Very good, very good. 5. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Super, very good, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Uma Mageshwari, ma'am, for again reverting to my question. Dear students, dear participants, my dear faculty members, findings and suggestions has to be equal ratio. It has to go through 1:1. Because let me tell you very clearly, based on the objectives only, you have taken the questions. Based on from the questions only, you have taken your findings. Okay, dear children. Sorry, okay, dear participants. Now, if it is 5 findings, suggestions also has to be 5. If it is 10 findings, suggestions has to be 10. 50 கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு 5 எழுதக்கூடாது. That is what I told you at the beginning itself. Don't focus more. If you are able to write 5 findings, more than enough, kindly give the suggestions for that particular findings alone. Child labor problem வச்சுக்கிட்டு நீங்க அங்க போயிட்டு நீங்க வந்து child sex பத்தி எழுதக்கூடாது, child rape பத்தி நீங்க எழுதக்கூடாது, child abuse பத்தி எழுதக்கூடாது. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, so if it is 5 findings, kindly focus on 5 suggestions. If it is 6, go with the 6. If it is 10, go with the 10. Kindly requesting you to understand this point. It has to go to ratio wise. 1:1 class. 1:1. Okay. So don't forget this concept. Let me go to the next slide called as thank you. Thank you so much for what was that understanding, being with me for this much time. And now I have to talk to you regarding proposal writing. But before that, let me stop for a while. And another thing is the conclusion that you can write, and regarding the references, you can easily write. And plagiarism, now you know what you mean by plagiarism. So I'm not going to touch more because I have only 25 minutes to complete on proposal writing. Yes, now the floor is open for discussion. Those who want to ask your doubts, you can ask your doubts. And even you can ask in the chat box also. Any other questions to be asked? Yes, Madhumita Gomati Naika, ma'am. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Beautiful question. Sir, all the suggestions and recommendations are same. Suggestions, recommendations, it deals with the journal citations. Kindly requesting you to check with that. Some journals will ask you to write suggestions. Some journals will ask you to write recommendations. Okay. Some journals won't ask you recommendations. Recommendations, normally people who are doing the funded projects, they will go for recommendations. And normally people who are doing what was that research, simple kind of research, they will go for suggestions. Recommendations normally deals with funded projects or a proposals one. So that kind of things only they used to go for what was that, the funded one. Yes. Null hypothesis is correct or not, sir? Ma'am, if your hypothesis is accepted or rejected, that is completely based on testing of hypothesis. That is completely based on testing of hypothesis. Your hypothesis has to be tested accordingly. And from that only, you will be coming to know either it is accepted or rejected. You are not supposed to say rejected. It is accepted or not accepted. Please don't use the word called rejected. It is accepted or not accepted. That's all. Okay. Thank you so much. Can be used 2 methods in your research. Ma'am, you are most welcome to use, ma'am. Either it is qualitative or quantitative or mixed approach, whatever it could be. You are free to use anything, ma'am. You are a researcher. You are a researcher. So you are free to use, ma'am. You can take anything, but kindly give the justification that why you have chosen this method and why for what will be the output from this choosing this research methodological part. Yes. Again, Madhu ma'am, it is easy to publish Scopus journal, sir, when I am writing research paper based on tribals. Ma'am, for tribal studies, we have n number of Scopus, ma'am. We have n number of Scopus journal. Definitely, I'm ready to help you regarding this because I recently published my papers in Scopus on tribal studies. So definitely I will be able to assist you in this regard also, ma'am. Yes. Any other queries? Yeah. Any other questions? Shall we move to next topic? Yes. Thank you so much, Gurumurthy sir. Yeah, we will start the class. So thank you so much for coming. For what was that? You people are really. I have thank you so much for listening to my class peacefully and so patiently you are listening. Sir, one can distinguish between perfect, preface, and abstract. Sir, preface is not in the format of publishing research papers, sir. Preface is only for book chapters, sir. If you are writing a book chapter or if you are chief editor, you can write about the preface. Preface completely deals with what the book talks about, what are the contents here, and who are the authors who played a role there, and what are the main content of the research. That will be what are the main content of the research paper. That will be there, sir. And preface is nothing to do with what was that? Preface is nothing to do with what the research publications, sir. Abstract is military. That preface is no more to do with anything regarding publications, sir. That is only for book publication that the chief editor has to write, sir. Yes. So first of all, how to identify the proper journals in this regard without getting scammed? Best example. Don't get eluded by fake agents. If somebody is calling you, someone is trying to text you, sir, we are doing publication within 3 days, 5 days. Impossible. None of the Scopus journal will do. None of the UGC CAT journal will do because I have worked as a secretary in the UGC CAT journal. Even I published my paper in the UGC CAT listed journal after 1.5 years. After 1.5 years, only my paper got published in the UGC CAT listed journal. Even I am the secretary. Then also the protocols are very rigid and transparent. And after completing the protocols, they got checked all the details, then only they got published. So if someone is saying, sir, nobody is giving, nobody can give immediately in the process of publication. If someone is giving that, definitely you can close your eyes and come to the conclusion that they are agents and you people are completely in the educated ignorance. As a result, they are taking your blood without your knowledge. How many lines should we use, sir? What was that? How many lines use our conclusion portion, sir? Or our vice, sir? Abstract should use to, okay, fine. Okay. So again, Uma Maheshwaram, thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am asking questions, not behalf of her. She is asking question on behalf of all the 67 participants. Thank you so much, Uma Maheshwari, ma'am. Ma'am, என்ன கேட்டாங்கன்னா சார் அப்டிராக்ட்டுக்கு 200 வார்த்தை சொன்னீங்க, ஓகே. கன்க்ளூஷன் எத்தனை வார்த்தை எழுதணும் சார்? Right? So this is what she asked. Yes. Ma'am, conclusion normally we used to go with maximum 10 to 15 lines, ma'am. Max 10 to 15 lines. We will say no. Finally, let me conclude my words by saying thank you. So the thank you part deals with what you are finally want to emphasize. Sir, நான் முடிவு பண்ணிட்டேன் சார் எல்லாத்தையுமே. அதையும் தாண்டி எனக்கு நிறைய காயங்கள் இருக்கு சார் என்னோட ஆய்வுல. That you can use it in the what was that conclusion. And the conclusion also don't write too much because people are not interested to read your conclusion because conclusion we know be there. Okay. You can easily write your conclusion part and don't forget to cite, give credit to the concerned author. If you are failing to do so, such paper may come under plagiarism. As a result, your paper may be rejected because of giving citations to the concerned author. Okay. So please be aware of that. And again, Archana ma'am asked me, sir, how to write testing interpretation? There is a problem. Dealing with hypothesis, it's a big topic, so I'm not going to touch. But anyway, since you asked this question, it is my duty to answer your question, ma'am. I will just answer. What was that? Give the one-line answer so that you can move further. How to try testing interpretation? There's a problem. While dealing with the hypothesis, you will come to know either it is accepted or not accepted. Okay. And just now I told you, you can't use the word called what was that? Rejected. Rejected na பண்ணவே முடியாது. It is accepted or not accepted. That's all. Okay. So while dealing with this, no, while testing the hypothesis, we will come to know that how this problem exists at what level, and then you can easily fix your what was hypothesis accordingly, and then you can do the next level of testing as well as moving further with your research work. Okay, ma'am? Yes. How can a researcher access paid Scopus indexed articles? Sir, now Scopus, now earlier, no, it is a simple task. Now, after paying money also, I know many of my colleagues, their paper was not getting published properly. After doing the publication, there many of my faculty papers are not getting indexed properly. Earlier, Scopus used to publish, okay, and the Scopus used to index. But now the indexing done by COPE, COPE. So they playing a very vital role. Even though if you published your paper in Q1 or Q2 or Q3 or Q4, no problem. But if it is not getting indexed, remember it is just an online paper. The worth of online paper is nearly 500 to 1,000 rupees. That's all. So kindly you be aware of that, where I'm going to send my paper or where I'm going to upload my paper. If it is indexed, where my paper is going to get indexed. Okay. So what are the protocols for that? Kindly check all the things. Now people used to publish. Now all the publisher will say, we will do only the publication, but indexing on the decision will taken by the COPE. So don't get delayed by these kind of things. And if it is Scopus, definitely it will be indexed in what was that elsewhere. If it is Web of Science, it will be indexed in Clarivate analysis. Okay. So kindly make note of it. So don't get fooled by this kind of people, because they're using your knowledge, they are using your ignorance so that they are learning lakhs and lakhs of money. When I was a secretary in the UGC College, I filed a case against many fake agencies, and recently they have done publication on our journal itself. So we filed a case against them and we took a lot of disciplinary actions against them. So even though apart from this, many people, and we this time we have filed a case against the author also. How come you can send your paper to the agent without our knowledge? So now again, that's a big problem for the authors who have sent their papers for publication through agents. So don't get delayed by that, and it's a trap. Knowingly or unknowingly, don't land into trouble, because you are doing research for your development, your career development, your future development, your PhD development. So kindly ensure that you are able to complete it everything through proper channel. Through proper channel. That is a must one. Please don't forget that. Yes. Sir, what's the role of paid journals? Sir, do they compromise? Never ever compromise, ma'am. Just now I told you recently, one of my faculty and he is not work with their expectations level. Finally, they have rejected the paper. Finally, they rejected the paper. It is not because of I got paid $1,000, they will publish rubbish. No, they don't want your money. First of all, they don't want your money at any point of time, and they're not going to use your money for their say what was it personal purpose. They are going to use your money for digitalization of publication, and they will be purchasing various softwares to upgrading their journals. Apart from that, they won't take even single rupees. They won't take even single rupees from your. It happened after paying money. Also, it happened to many of my friends as my faculty members. While they pay for the rejection process, they never compromise. Yes, kindly just book part, ma'am. References. It's a simple task, ma'am. References. It's not. It's about kindly giving citation to the concerned author. It may be a book. It may be an article. It may be a journal. It may be a newspaper, or it may be a World Bank report, or maybe a gazetted report. Whatever could be, where you have taken those informations as a researcher, you have to add or you have to give citations to the proper answer. Failing to do so, definitely you may be landed into trouble, and you may be comes under the umbrella called plagiarism. Yes. Any other questions, ma'am? Any other questions? Yes, last question so that we can. No, sir. Thank you. No problem. Yes. So now we will go to the next main topic called proposal writing. I have. So how one is able to know the right journal to get published? Madhu Sharma ma'am, please go to UDC portal. There we have two options. One is UGC CARE 1, that is a printed journal. UGC CARE 2, it is a Scopus journal. In Scopus, kindly log in with your, thank you, Shivgurumurthy sir. Kindly log in with your mail ID and password. It will take you to the proper website of the particular journal, and it will give you all kind of author guidelines and all kind of clear informations will be there. Once you are highly satisfied, let me tell the word again. Once you are highly satisfied, please move forward. If you're having even 0.1%, please stop that itself and go to other journal. Okay? Because in the UGC portal itself, I know many journals who has been discontinued from Scopus before long time back, but these people are not able to identify. They are sometimes they may be taking some time to remove the journal. Within that stipulated time, people they used to what was that? They give fake advertisements for special issues. Finally, our life itself a big deal. The paid one, free journal. Sir, I have applied for free journal also. We have sent for paid journal also. Paid journal doesn't mean it is invalid. Some journal normally charge APC, that is called as article processing charges. Okay? It doesn't mean that, sir, na tappa pannitana, sir, na panam kuduthu panniten. No. பணம் கொடுத்ததுக்காண்டி உங்க பேப்பரை யாரும் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணவே மாட்டாங்க. அது நம்ம ஊர் மக்கள் கிடையாது. காசு வாங்கிட்டோம் பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு. Impossible nature. Recently, I have sent one proposal to Scopus book. We thought of having one book in Scopus. So we thought of sending the book for Scopus proposal. After 8th level, in the 9th level, they asked me to pay the processing charges of $700. And I was ready to pay the dollars before tomorrow. I'm going to do the payment. And yesterday I got a news from the Scopus that, sir, one of the chief editor is not feeling satisfied the proposal which you've given for this. So we are holding your proposal. So requesting you to not pay the money to us. If you have paid the money to us, definitely we will be able to refund your money within 24 hours. So Scopus இருக்கிற யாருமே பணாசை பிடிச்சவங்க கிடையாது. உங்களுடைய பணத்தை வைத்து அவர்கள் வாழ போவதும் இல்லை என்பதை இந்த சபைக்கு தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். So don't get illed by that. Okay? And if it is Web of Science, sir, நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி okay, Bennett sir, I come to know that if it is Scopus journal, it is maintained by Elsevier. And what about sir Web of Science? It is just painted by what was the Clarivate analysis. எங்க இண்டெக்ஸ் பண்றாங்க செக் பண்ணி பாத்தீங்கன்னா, see, if someone is asking you, sir, we are doing Scopus publication. Very good, sir. No problem. Where is getting indexed, sir? These people doesn't know where it is getting indexed and what is the database of Scopus. These people doesn't know about anything. They know how to cheat you, but they doesn't know how to answer your queries. Someone approaching you, ask this question, he or she will come to know that you know something about Scopus publication. So definitely they won't be approaching you again. Requesting you to follow this protocol. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. And again, now let me start. We have 10 more minutes. And now let me give some introduction about proposal writing. So what do you mean by proposal writing? Yes, thank you, Madhu ma'am. So what do you mean by proposal writing? Proposal writing is nothing but, sir, I want to do one project. It may be a major project or it may be a minor project. Okay. Or it may be a, what was that, self-study project, sir. Or it may be a seed-funded project, sir. How to write a proposal? What are the protocols involved in writing a proposal? Okay. The first thing is about introduction, and followed by the literature part, and followed by the methodological part. In that methodological part, you have to mention that what will be my findings and what will be my outcomes. This is the slight differences between the research paper as well as the proposal writing. In the research paper, you will justify what I have done, why I have done, How can I have taken these people? But in the proposal writing, dear participants, you have to write the outcomes. Sir, this is my study. My study based on environmental change. My study based on gerontological studies. And this is my data collection projects tool, sir. And this may be my result. Sometimes it may be, there is no problem. But you have to give the tentative, skeptical or hypothetical statement of your research. Okay. And followed by budget. Budgeting plays very vital role. Definitely in the month of October, we are having 15 days international research methodology course on quantitative analysis along with the proposal writing for 15 days. So definitely the scope that course will be useful for you. If you want to join, you can join that time. They will send you the link accordingly. That time we will give you the hands-on session how to write a proposal. Okay. Yes. Now, after completing this, and now you are going to give the once the methodological part is done, and you have to go with the budgeting. Budgeting deals with, for example, recently we gave proposal to ICSSR. ICSSR proposal we have given for 3 lakhs. Now ICSSR are not giving fully funded. They will be giving you partially funded for if you are organizing any kind of international conference or workshops or seminars, whatever it may be. They won't give you fully funded, but they will give you partially funded. If you're applying for RUSA, if the RUSA authority feels that you are doing really good, definitely they'll give you fully funded. Recently, I gave the proposal. Recently, I have organized one international research methodology workshop for physically challenged persons with disability people, and I have given the budget of 5 lakhs. The director asked me to come and meet him personally. We met him, and finally he said, "Sir, we are ready to give more than 5 also, sir. You can take up to 7 lakhs." So I have increased the participants from 30 to 45, and we have given 7 days research methodology training from scratch to top level. And it is one of the best event in my career. In my career, I have taken funds in one of the best event that is deals with the budgeting. So we have to carefully draft the budget. Sir, I don't know mathematics, sir. No problem. Even I also doesn't know mathematics. I have done my BA in sociology, MA in sociology, PhD in sociology, qualified UGC in sociology, postlet in sociology. Okay. And everything in sociology. I'm nothing to do with the mathematics, but basic, they will be giving you the template. Kindly follow the template for the budget. If you are organizing a national conference. So what is the budget for resource person? Are you able to give, going to give any kind of travel allowance for the resource person? Are you going to give travel allowance for the paper presenters or the participants? Each and everything you have to give very clearly. And finally, you have to come with the estimated budget. And there you have to mention how much you are expecting. How much you are expecting from ICSSR or any kind of funding agencies. How much you are going to contribute. Now, none of the institution is going to give you fully funded. Hosting institution, that is the mother institution, also wants to because that gives some money. So what we will do, we normally used to do with through registrations, we can generate 20,000, we can generate through institution, we can get 15,000. So altogether we can give 50,000. So if it is, if I'm asking money for 3 lakhs, if my company, if my college is able to give 50,000, they'll be giving you 1.5 lakhs. So if the budget is 3 lakhs, they may give to 1.1 lakh to 1.5 lakhs. Finally, with institutional collaboration, you can easily have that event. And one more important thing, don't give, yes, thank you, Ponmani ma'am. And don't give what was that, that we are going to give, what was that, travel allowance for participants for ACV or to AC. No, ICSSR used to give for participants sleeper coach, for paper presenters sleeper coach, for resource person, 3rd AC, not even 2nd AC. So kindly go through all the protocols and check. Okay, sir, no problem. Sir, I go after giving my proposal to ICSSR or any kind of funding agencies, my proposal got accepted, Bennett sir. Now what should I do? Once the proposal is accepted, they will give you the letter. They will give you the award letter that so-and-so faculty has been awarded to organize this international conference or national seminar on the particular topic and so-and-so. with this award money of 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 3 lakh. Once the letter comes, you are the organizing secretary. Organizing secretary carries more marks. Those who want to organize any kind of event, please make a note of event. Sir, now convener irundhukalama sir, patron irundhukalama sir, coordinator irundhukalama sir. Irundhukalam. But weightage carries only for organizing secretaries. Okay. Sorry, your name first varadhu. No problem. Your name won't comes in first because it starts from chief patron, convener, co-convener, coordinator. Finally, your name will come last. No problem. But organizing secretary carries more mark. Dear participants, dear students, my dear faculty members, we are directly or indirectly working for the NAC, right? So, yes, we have a certification, but directly that you're working for NAC. So, if you're working towards a career-oriented, kindly request, if you are organizing, kindly requesting you be the honest secretary. So, what is the role of honest secretary? The role of honest secretary is a certificate authority. You will be the certificate authority. So, as a proof, anyway, already ICSR will give you the award letter. So, as a proof, you will be the honest secretary. To confirm that proof, you will be the signature authority, and then you have to make the reports. How can I make a report, sir? Still, I have 2 more minutes. How can we make a report, sir? So, in that report, the first thing has to be like brochure, followed by the resource person details, followed by the invitation schedule, followed by the event, full report of the event, followed by geotag photos, and followed by what was that? Followed by the expenses. How much you received, how much amount you spent, and is there any money remaining? Like from RUSA, I was able to spend only 6.15 lakhs. So I went to RUSA office and we have resent the money because since I have kept the money left, so we can't use the money once the event is completed. Once the event is completed, we can't use the money. Okay, we have to surrender the money to that. Complete everything and go to the audit. It has to go to the auditor, and he has to give the sign. He has to sign for UC. UC deals with utilization certificate, and followed by then it is go for a report. It has to go to there, and finally they will be giving you the second certificate of approval, setting that this event was successfully carried out by the concerned person. We sincerely appreciate that. That is what called as a final report. Lengthy process is there. I have told you just the orientation is because I have spent huge amount of time on publication, which is too mandatory. That is what I was not skipping any of the points. So hope you have really enjoyed the classes. Thank you so much for patiently listening to my class. Yeah, thank you so much, Miraman. And now the floor is open for discussion. Those who want to ask doubts, any kind of suggestions you want me to improve, definitely please tell me. Instead of telling me positive, please point me negative also. Definitely it will be helpful for me to develop my future career also. And I'm very happy to say you that till today I am Mr. Bennett. From coming Monday onwards, I'm very happy to share that I will be Dr. Bennett because coming Monday I'm having my open IBOS exam. So sincerely thanking you all for the cooperation. I used to say only one thing to all my students, my faculty members, wherever I go. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hajra Bona ma'am. Wherever you go, life is not about earning. It is about learning, right? It is not about earning. But we can't learn. We can't learn at that period. So requesting you all to learn first. That learning will definitely take you to earn, which you can live a multi-bench life in a silver spoon way. So thank you so much for everyone. We have few more minutes. If you want to ask any kind of questions, you're most welcome. Otherwise, we can wind up the session. What was that? Feedback form will be shared in the group. Yes, ma'am. Definitely, there's a technical issue because it is completely unbearable because I never interested to disturb anyone in my class. But unfortunately, I was sitting in the place where we are getting only 3G. So that is the only problem. Sincere apologies for that. Sincere apologies for that. Kindly forgive me. Yes. So, but we will be sending you the feedback form in the group. Kindly give your real feedback. It is not about praising someone. No problem. Don't praise that. The theory which is highly criticized will be highly valued. So I believe in that theory. So if you want to change me something, sir, you change your way of speaking, change your way of things. Definitely, I will take it as a positive note. It never ever going to hurt me anyway. I will develop myself in such a way I can groom myself. Definitely, I will be coming as an another level. So since all the thank you for everybody for wishing me. Definitely, you made my day. Since today is my complete, I was happy because this is today is the last event for me without a doctorate. And from Monday onwards, no, I'll be doing all the events with a doctorate degree. So thank you so much for your love and care. Whenever I used to organize anything, any event, you people used to collaborate with us. You used to come to participate with us. And whenever I used to ask you to do works, you people do the works. So sincere gratitude for each and everybody. And once again, let me thank the management and organizing secretary for giving me the golden opportunity to act as a resource person this international event in hybrid mode. In morning, also we have talked in this offline mode. In the evening, I'm very happy to interact with all my online participants, and I was somewhat happy that I was able to answer your queries so that you also are able to understand the basic components of the results. So with this few words, let me complete my speech by saying thank you so much. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. I will say one Tamil word, in Natakum, in Makkalukum, in Vandanam, in Rumuriyadu. Along my country, and India is my country, and all Indians are my brothers and sisters. With this love, let me conclude my speech by saying thank you so much and good night. Meanwhile, I will be sharing you the YouTube link in the group. You can have the YouTube link for your further study purpose. Thank you so much.